Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 4, season 3, National Equipment League. We're not gonna call it a crowning, especially if this man, Mike Simon, has anything to say about it. We are entering the final competition of this season of the National Equipment League with something that we haven't seen up to this point, a competitor running away with the title. Tom Gardocki, Dirt Ninja, is in first place of this event with 17 points. But behind him, and still within striking distance, if a bunch of magic happens, Mike Simon with 12 points. And then behind that, Chris Guins and Bryan Furnace tied with 11. And then after that, we have newcomers Mike Frey and Madison McCaulley. It has been a great season. Jess, what do you think we're gonna see here in our final event of season 3?
I think we're going to see people take their time, focus on the precision, and make sure that they are not getting penalized at any chance. So I think their final wave of heat and competitiveness is going to come out, and we'll see how it goes.
Here in event 4, we have the HX90, don't call it a compact, mid-size excavator. And this HX90 is going to come and dig a 15-foot trench. And this season we've been talking about the National Equipment League being fueled by Thunder Creek. Once the 15-foot trench is dug, I will then measure tolerances at 3 points throughout that trench to make sure that it was within 3 inches of a 12-inch depth. While I'm doing that, our competitors are going to take part in the very first ever Thunder Creek top-off. They will maneuver the Midi-Excavator to the MTO trailer here, where they will add 2 gallons of diesel to the machine. By then, I will be done checking tolerances on the trench. They will backfill their own trench, and once they're done backfilling their trench, they will move to our tire stacking challenge to stack 4 tires. Once 4 tires are stacked and freestanding, we will call time. Today's fueling stops are made possible by Thunder Creek's MTO 690 trailer. MTO stands for multi-tank oil, capable of handling diesel, engine oil, hydraulic oil, and other fluids without requiring a HAZMAT or CDL. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go in event 4 here in the National Equipment League. Tom, are you ready to go? On the count of 3, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, and go! So the first thing Tom is gonna do is he's gonna come and move here to the 15-foot long, 12-inch deep trench. Mike, you've seen this performed more than others. Why don't you describe what we're looking for here?
So basically what we're trying to replicate is what you do on a job site, digging a footer or a pipeline for drainage. Just kind of showing your skill and control of the machine and making sure you are showing precision and making that happen. And it's proved to be a pretty good little competition when ran in the past. So a lot of practicalities to the real world on this one. Absolutely,
and Tom is going, it might be part of his strategy. We've got these road cones here set up which indicate what is approximately a 15-foot length. He has gone considerably past the end of the road cone here, but that might be part of his strategy just to ensure a consistent plane on his trench. And we will be measuring at a distance of about 2 feet from the end of the trench, at approximately halfway down the trench, and then again at approximately 2 feet from the trench. Tom here is very close to achieving his 15 feet. And when he sets his bucket down and says he's ready to go, then we will go and measure. He is positioning his machine to fuel up. While he's doing that, I'm gonna check tolerances. He's good there, good in tolerance 1. Good in tolerance 2. And good intolerance 3, 0 penalties for Tom Gardocki in the trenching piece of today's event. Tom owns one of these Thunder Creek trailers. This fueling practice here is no mystery to him. We're doing just a quick top off using the meter on the handle of the machine to pump in a quick 2 inches of diesel. This is a PG show, folks.
That was quick. He got just right over the 2.
We hear that Thunder Creek idle down. Tom Gardocki's closing his machine up. And look at how he has positioned that machine, Mike. Do you think he's ready to start backfilling his trench?
Smart.
The machine is on.
Getting our mode set.
Getting our mode set.
Seatbelt is on.
Seatbelt is on. Good boy, Tom Gardocki. That's really why I did this, so I could spend time calling grown men good boys. That's the most bizarre thing I've said in this whole damn thing. Feel free to cut that out, production team.
We're gonna blame it on the heat.
We're going for full, not flat here, correct, Bill?
Full, not flat. If he doesn't do it, I am gonna ask him to knock down this middle section here. Tom, I need it just rougher across here. Nice. You're good.
I love how the transition and moving the track.
Tom is now going to the tire stacking challenge.
I think there's a lot of time to be made up or lost here. Order of tires, how many you try to stack at one time, how you grab the tires.
He's going with a big one first. Smart man.
Nice placement.
And you say, but ladies and gentlemen, we see 5 tires. Why are you only stacking 4? We know how these guys are. If one breaks, we're gonna need that, that 5th tire. Tom Gardocki coming to the end, and we have freestanding tires. Tom Gardocki with a time of 4:16.22.
Tom, it has been such a pleasure to watch you operate these last 2 days. That was beautiful. Tell us about it.
That was a good one. So I think I may have done something different than some other guys will do on backfill, but we'll see what they do and use the angle blade. I thought it might be quicker. I thought I was going to make it in 2 passes and backfill the whole thing, so that's why I did it that way, but it took 3. So I'm not sure if that was the right strategy or not, but we'll find out.
It was a great time. Obviously, you're in first place, so we'll continue to see how everybody else does. Yep. You just did a fantastic job, so kudos, wonderful, and again, 0 penalties. So congratulations on that as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go to competitor number 2, Mr. Bryan Furnace.
All right, Mike, after 2.5 seasons of this now, I think we're still surprised, especially in some of these newer events, how things play out. That was more interesting than I thought it would be.
Yep.
But also, gosh darn it, does Tom Gardocki do a clean run.
He does do. That's what, in season 2, that was my whole goal, was just penalty free, and it paid off. And I should have maybe stuck with that.
Should have stuck. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We still don't know how things are gonna go here today.
It's been fun going for it.
It's been a blast, and speaking of a blast, next up is Bryan Furnace. There's a joke, there's an HVAC joke in there somewhere, but we're gonna move past that. Bryan, are you ready to go? On the count of 3, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, and go! So Bryan had immediately asked a bunch of questions, and Jordan, get out of the way. He's gonna track past the digging area here. He knows what he wants to do. He wanted to do it differently than everybody else.
Well, I see this gives him a huge advantage on the fueling after we complete our digging.
He's closer to the he's closer to the truck.
I'm not for sure about his spoil placement, though. I'm curious to see where he's going with this.
You mean by the spoil placement as in within the current trench he's digging?
Well, to be Mr. Obvious, correct.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna believe there's a method to the madness.
We will not judge until we're completed.
Right.
Bryan is definitely no slouch for an operator.
No, he's not.
I think what we're trying to do is to get all the spoils at the end so we don't have to turn the machine and we can just come back.
I see what maybe he's doing. I will give him this. Points for creativity.
Originality as well.
And originality as we look for different ways to beat Tom Gardocki, which is what this season has really come out to be. I'm going to give him just a little bit of an indicator of where the end of his 15 feet is. And I don't know if this is like steroids or some other artificial.
We got bucket
He's going down. He's going bucket down. I have worries about his trench, Mike.
Smart that he did not have to turn the machine.
Clean on point 1.
And Bryan's already off to fill in. Is that gonna reach? It does. Thank you to Thunder Creek for your sponsorship today.
Clean on point 2.
We're good on point 2. All right, Bryan's already done.
Clean on point 3. There's a little bit of a, we'll call that an optical illusion here. We thought he was maybe going to be a little out of tolerance there on the back end of his pile. He's not.
Let's not forget our seat belt.
Pays
Wonderful
off.
Safety.
See how this pays off with this pile being there. I don't know if he can one pass this thing or not, but it'll be interesting to see.
I don't think he can, but gosh darn it, I'm here and I paid the ticket to see it.
Right, it could work.
That is half the fun of these competitions, to see the different techniques and how everybody goes about this.
The problem is he could end up with 2 different windrows he's got to figure out.
Oh, nice, the angle blade. Look at that.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah, clean this one up. I'm gonna say it right now, I'm looking for an advantage. He's putting me in a tough spot. I think I knew what he was doing, but I'm gonna give him a penalty. Go onto the tires, Bryan.
How's his break time right now, or split time?
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna work in a significant penalty there.
So there's 2 different ways to grab these tires, and I'm not sure which one is best. He's grabbing the whole tire. I feel like you have more control just grabbing the back lip of it. But this is curious. I'm curious how it's going to work. And I think there's time to be made. But
He said he was going big. Change it up.
Bryan, I'm going to give you options here. You're either going to get a penalty or you go back and clean up that second windrow. Now get rid of this pile for me. This is how we're getting around shenanigans. We're gonna make people do the work. And get this for me.
it's kind of like on the job site, Bill, though. You'll eventually end up with a nice job.
We're gonna call time. 4:37 for Bryan Furnace.
Let's have our talk over here, Bryan. I loved that when you came into this challenge, you said you were going to do it different. And you talked about how it was going to be a think piece, right?
Yeah.
I loved your approach. I saw right away there was less time maneuvering, moving the tracks. You were filling real quick. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
And you had the pass if there wasn't that extra.
Sure.
It's one of those frustrating situations to where we did find, and in the game's defense, I did find the one loophole that we didn't talk about. And so I will say, you know, had I known that we were going to have to clean up windrows, it was all going to have to go back in, I would have approached that completely differently. Really was going for the time bonus, which I had. I think I absolutely had it. But then it got very frustrating very quickly at the end. So overall, I'm very happy with the run. I think it was a great run. It's just, unfortunately, technicalities.
That's what champions do, though. They
Pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm happy with the run, disappointed with the result.
Yeah. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. We are so glad you were here another time, and it was a wonderful time. So let's see how everybody else stacks up. I think you gave them a lot to think about.
Well, and unfortunately, that's the thing about going second, is you just revealed all your secrets that might have kept me in the game. Yeah. They're all on the table now, so we'll see.
Right. We'll see how they do. All right, up next, we have Mike Frey.
I think people out here are trying to give me a heart attack. Holy cow, what? So you have perspective into this unique perspective. We have an appreciation for Bob Bruck and Diamond Equipment sponsoring our 2 Indiana guys there. The spirit of it there is that dirt has to be in the trench. He was saying we never said anything about windrows at the beginning. What's your take?
So the verbiage we use in this competition in different events is all dirt has to be back in trench.
Right.
Maybe that wasn't perfectly clear. He was under the impression it needed to be flat, smooth, or filled, which he did cover the flat, smooth, and filled, but he didn't meet the criteria of all dirt in trench. I seen exactly what he was trying to do. It was a great thought process, but the loophole didn't work that time, unfortunately.
So we had to build in an in-game penalty, which is the first time we've done that. We made someone go back and redo their work. Mike Frey, your fellow Indiana boy, fellow Diamond Equipment gentleman. We're gonna see how Mike does this course. Mike, are you ready, sir? On the count of 3, Mike, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, and go! So I'm not sure which way he's gonna go, but given the fact that he started with the blade at the back, I'm gonna guess he's doing exactly similar to what Bryan did in positioning.
I'm still not for sure if there's a wrong way or a right way to dig, left or right here, but.
Well, I think we're gonna find out, and even, here's the deal. We had that built-in penalty for Bryan there in that last event. He still only lost by 21 seconds to Tom.
And even if we would have gave him a 30-second penalty, it would have equaled about the time it took him to fix it.
Right. And so we can talk about nature correcting itself and what have you, but I think we ended up.
I'm a little worried about our depth there at the start. We'll see what we end up with. The tape measure don't lie.
We had this. Mike had this problem in Putnam in the qualifying event. I believe one end of his trench had an out of tolerance penalty.
It's a lot easier to do it whenever you're not up against the stopwatch.
Right, and now look at this. I think he's going deep on this end.
Yeah, it's deep. Can't even see at the bottom.
All right, you're past your point there, Mike. I'm gonna turn away because I don't want him to hear me say he's cleaning out things he doesn't need to clean out. He may have just hurt himself.
Oh, we're gonna.
Oh, no, he sees it.
Not a bad move.
He sees it.
He's got the eye on it.
That may be too little. All right, he's moving on to the fueling of the machine. Clock is running at 2:05.
Oops, sorry.
Yes, penalty 1.
I got you cleaned out
And
behind
we're
you.
filling.
Yep, right there.
The 2 gallons happened so quick. And we're done.
Mike's getting back towards the machine. He's now going to backfill his trench.
I bet there are no windrows this time. Seatbelt, good job.
We were afraid of that as we watched the
He
the
did.
dirt
We
come
could
out.
tell he was. But look, he's using that angle blade for what that angle blade is made for. Mike is going to finish strong.
Nice.
I have no doubt about it. Mike is the one that talked to us about when they fill their trenches, they fill it for settling. So they fill it a little bit high.
The main thing, all material is back
All
in the trench.
material is back in the trench. I may have it, this is just a little high for my liking. Mike, if you just knock that down a little and knock this down a little and then clean up this here. You know this is not how Mike wanted his time here, George. And Mike, knock that down there. I'm good, good, good. We're good, Mike. Yep.
Onto the stack of 4.
Onto the stack of the 4. This has gone easier and quicker than I think it has. Or than I thought it would, I should say.
So far, I don't want to jinx Mike, but so far we've had no issues here.
I'm a little worried there that it's an aggressive thumb on that HX90. And, you know, some of the other competitors, rather than using the thumb, they have been using the bucket. There he goes. He's got a good stack on that one.
Nice.
Using the bucket itself to bring it to the thumb, I think between that and between practice runs we did ahead of time, I think that's the way to go.
It's the balance between gentle touch and aggressiveness versus speed.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
And
nice
he's a little bit of the love push, gets it on there. I wasn't expecting to use the term love push in Mike Frey's run this week, but here we go. And he's got his 4th tire on. It's freestanding time.
Mike, it has been hot this week.
Yes, it has.
We have had fun. Have you had fun?
I've had a great time.
You did great with stacking. We stacked the tires. You did a great job with stacking the tires. What was your favorite part?
Definitely not running to fuel up.
It's too hot for that.
It's too hot to get out of the air conditioning. The whole weekend, just being around everybody.
Yeah.
Had a great time talking with all the YouTubers and everything. It's something I'm not used to being around these guys and just getting to run different pieces of machinery and mainly just associating with everybody.
We had a wonderful time with you coming down here. You did a great job. Wonderful placement and backfilling. You did a great job there too. So when the commissioner went to measure, unfortunately, I think it was a little bit deeper than intended. So you did finish though at 5:54. They added 15 seconds for each of the 3 points. So that adds on 45 seconds. So you're
All 3 of them were deep.
Yep.
That's what I was worried about.
So then it ends up at 6 minutes, 39 seconds. So, but you did great. I mean, it was well done.
Had a good time.
And that's what matters,
All
right?
matters, right?
We appreciate you coming down and being here with us this week. And it's been a great time. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Great. All right. Let's go next to see Mr. Dirt Perfect and see how he will compete against Dirt Ninja Tom and how we're going to finish this event 4 out.
Fans of the National Equipment League can receive 20% off their registration for Utility Expo 2025. Come on down, join us in Louisville. Visit theutilityexpo.com and enter code EXPO20 to receive 20% off registration. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a Mike Simon Dirt Perfect run is always cause for entertainment, but one of the things that we haven't talked about here yet is the one scenario in which Tom Gardocki would not be our next champion is not playing out. Tom is guaranteed not to finish in last place. Tom will be our champion, but one of the interesting battles playing out here, obviously the competition between Chris Guins and Mike Simon, but also after 2 seasons and now into a 3rd season, Mike Simon and Bryan Furnace are tied for the all-time points league in the National Equipment League Series. And so depending if Mike can beat Bryan's time here, Mike could take over the lead and the all-time leading scorer in the National Equipment League. All of this talking is worth nothing. We're going to talk with Mike Frey here in a moment until we see people perform. Mike Simon, Dirt Perfect, are you ready, sir? On the count of 3, we're going to have you start. 1, 2, 3, and go! We're going to get out of his way because Mike's going to be moving fast. We know that. So, Mike, we made a big deal about having our first regional qualifier. That's how we met you. That's how you got involved through our friends down at Diamond Equipment. What was it that made you say, I want to compete in this, and then do the crazy thing of come to Georgia and spend a week with us?
I saw the post online and had a great, what is he?
Mike, this is the end of your trench. That's the end of your trench. That's the beginning of your trench.
The heat has gotten
The
to
heat.
everyone.
Go from cone to cone.
The heat is getting to everybody here in the National Equipment League.
Saw a post online about the competition. It's just something I've been around equipment my entire life and something I just really wanted to try.
No, Mike,
And,
you have been great here, and I think we broke some decimal meters with your run here in Event 3. And you gave it your all here in Event 4, and you've certainly proven that you're in the same league as these gentlemen and ladies.
I'm just not used to being in front of the camera as much as these other guys are, so just a little nervous.
It's a little different.
It's a lot different. It's a lot different being with all these YouTube sensations and these celebrities, I guess you could say.
They're YouTube mumbo jumbo.
Is that what they are?
No, I'm kidding.
So Mike has got his bucket down. He's transitioning to the Thunder Creek part of things
Hustling
here today.
with the hose, Mike. Here we go.
Point 1 in his trench. He is
The flow
good.
meter. Good.
He's gonna hate that. I'm gonna give him a bell. God, he just got it. He just escaped the penalty. Mike, lucky man.
He's coming back.
He's within tolerance. He's within tolerance. No penalties. No penalties, Mike.
Good job.
So now Mike, he did a penalty-free run in the trench. His middle measurement was close. He was within about a half an inch of getting a penalty. Mike is going to use that angle blade on the HX90 to get a big chunk in one pass. He's going to be happy with what he did there. The power pivot, using the angle blade here too. He's not going to get the edge of that pile, but if he does what I think he's going to do and he goes to the back end, no, he's going to use his bucket now. And just this little windrow here, Mike. Oh, you're good.
That was a good run there.
Good run. He's getting on now to the tires. He's putting together a time that could beat Tom Gardocki.
Did you like the blocks or the tires better in
I
the
like the
stacking?
tires much better than the blocks, especially whenever we went at there at Putnamville. I was one of the last ones, and the blocks they had a rough time by the time I got to them.
Sure. Yeah, a couple of them broke, right?
Yes, they did.
Here we go, 4th.
Mike Simon finishes run, almost a sub 4-minute run. He finishes at 4 minutes and 34 tenths of a second.
Okay, we're going to go speak with Mr. Mike Simon, Dirt Perfect. I always love being the one who gets to deliver the time and good news, so this should be a good time. Hi, Mike.
How are you?
Great to see you here.
Glad to be here.
on different sides now. So how do you think that went?
Well, I got a little, that thing travels so smooth and so fast, I was just going, and then I realized I went too far, and I had to come back. But I think amongst all that, it's still a pretty competitive time. I don't know what it was, but I should be right in the mix. But we'll call that the overachiever run.
That's just the champion in you and what you do. So Tom had 4 minutes and 16 seconds, and you had 4 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So even with mess up,
Yes.
I still beat Tom.
You did beat Tom.
And my first penalty-free run of the event. So,
Congratulations.
like I said, I dug close to 30 feet of trench. Everybody else dug. Still got the best time. I call it a win, even though the best I can finish is second. So Chris is up. It'll be tough. We'll see what he's got.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for being here. It has been another wonderful. We'll get to close up, but yeah, you did great. You killed it.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Next, we're going to go to Chris Guins. Let's dig 18. Let's see what he's got, and if he's going to give Dirt Perfect a run for his money. Will he beat Tom? Who knows?
Mike Frey, what did you think of Mike Simon's run there?
I don't know how you could cut him more time off than Tom's, but he did.
Pretty clean, pretty
Very good,
And
yes.
Mike takes over first place, but as we mentioned earlier, because of Tom's quality run earlier, Mike could not catch Tom. But yet Mike could take first place in this, and he does take over the Lifetime Series points lead here in the National Equipment League. We'll see if it'll be a good enough time for him to hold out for first place. You know who would love to ruin Mike Simon's day?
Who is that?
Mr. Chris Guins. Let's ruin Mike Simon's day, Chris. On the count of 3, we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, and go. Chris is having a good time out here. Chris is always a good sport. He loves the competition.
I know one thing I've really enjoyed this last few days is talking with these guys. I haven't met most of them before, and really had a real nice time talking with them.
I'm sure, Mike, some of them have learned a thing or two from you. You've spent quite a bit of time in this industry. Have you learned anything from these guys?
Yeah, I have. Wish I could be nice and chill as they are.
Yeah, there you go. Cool under pressure.
Yes, they are. They are.
They've had cameras in their faces a little bit longer than you have, Mike.
An awful lot longer. It's one thing I'm not used to.
Chris, I am worried looking at here by the eye. I'm a little worried on depth. You might have heard me say that. That is an unfair advantage. When you have the color commentary standing this close, I've done this for other operators. I'm going to give him a visual representation of where the end of his trench is. You're good on length, Chris. He is going to position that now for fueling. By the eye.
Very nice. Bucket blade down
Close to good
to
here.
avoid any penalties.
Yeah, he's good. It's closer than I thought there. Wow, I thought he did a good job in going back and putting dirt in. He's within tolerance. No penalties.
Good
for
job.
Chris Guins.
Good job.
He got real close that on that third one there, he was about a half-inch away from being out of tolerance. But Chris is running a penalty-free run here so far. Let's see how much he wants to beat Mike Simon. The machine is back up and running.
Ready to go.
He's transitioning to the backfill here. Depending on how points shake out, and if he were to beat Mike here, which is still a tall task, but it can be done, Chris could move into second place in the competition today. He's using every bit of power that angle blade will give him. He sees what he did there.
Nice.
He's going to use smart man. It's going to come down to how fast he can backfill this and then run and stack those tires. It's going to be close. He's going to give Simon a run for his money.
That was a good run right there.
Everybody loves a good Mike Simon versus Chris Guins competition. Can he stack 4 tires in the next 30 seconds?
There's 2.
There's 2. He's halfway there. That's math, ladies and gentlemen. We had a tire go a little sideways on us there.
Nice.
Tire 3. Beautiful drone placement, Miles. Thank you.
Time!
Chris Guins takes over first place with a time of 3:49.03.
3:49.03.
Wow.
So you beat him by 11 seconds.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Well, Mike, sometimes the ones at the end come back strong. Bryan, I think you need to come share this victory. No, that last little thing that I just did wasn't even planned. It just kind of dawned on me when I was doing it. I was like, well, I got to come back anyways. Might as well drag the dirt when I'm going. So it worked out good. I was a little concerned on the fueling up right there. The gauge turned down. I couldn't see it, so I just kept going with it. It clicked off a couple times, but I still got the fuel that I needed and was able to get over here in time.
Good job. Way to hustle it. I mean, you just mastered it. It was a great job. Make it look good.
Try to.
All
Somebody's
right.
got to set the standard at the end.
That's right. All right, the good, healthy competition, and Chris takes the cake here with the 3 minutes and 49 seconds. But wait, there's more. Madison is up. Let's see what Madison's got for us.
Lots of different points of rivalry playing out here as we head into our final competitor of the day. Chris Guins coming in, and I don't think a lot of people thought that time could be improved on, but Chris did it. What did you think of Chris's run?
It was incredible. His backfill with the blade, he did a wonderful job, smart approach with then driving over it, and he was real quick just in every instance. And he took his time, but he did it quickly, so he took it.
Absolutely. Brenna, how do you think Madison's closing the contest out for here today? What do you think is going through Madison's mind here as she is our last competitor of season 3?
Honestly, I think what's going through her mind is all the different strategies that she saw, because she is going last, so she got to witness, Tom Gardocki do one thing, Mike Simon do one thing, and then Chris Guins do another thing, and Bryan. So I just gave her advice, stick to your gut feeling so that, you know what your plan is and don't change it halfway through. And I know she's going to try to go for quality, so she's going to go back and clean it up and try to save time there. And I think she'll do good.
I know I heard you tell her stick to her plan. We'll see if she does just that. Madison McCaulley, are you ready to close out season 3?
Woo-hoo!
On the count of 3, we're going to tell you to go. 1, 2, 3, and go.
Because there was a lot of good different strategies. I'd be playing in my head too on which way I was going to go.
It is. Everyone has done
Yeah.
one thing here or there, just a little bit different.
But what's cool is it proves that there's always another way. There is always a way that might be faster, but a way that might look better. Just depends on the delivery.
Madison getting into position here to dig her trench at the 23-second mark. She knows she has the reach of that excavator to get. She can get to the very end of that. She's
Right
using
on
the
line.
entire
Nice.
reach of that excavator. And I will say this, Madison is the first person today who has decided to rely on the reach of the HX90 all the way from the opposite end of the trench.
That pipe crew experience is going to come in handy with this.
We'll see how that strategy plays out for her. Having said that, as I stand here, I see she is going to need to slightly move the machine when she gets to the very end of her trench here to get to the full 15 feet. She's checking her depth there as she goes.
Nice.
Madison, I'm gonna give like I've given others. Here is about your 15-foot mark. And she decided to try to take almost all of that in one swoop.
So nice and smooth.
She is cleaning and smoothing her trench as she goes. Madison, I'm good on length. Just any cleaning up you want to do. Otherwise, you're good on length.
I have the song Smooth Operator stuck in my head the rest of the day. Smooth Operator! I can't sing, don't judge me.
Madison's going to transition over to fueling the machine. We will check her trench.
She's straight away from her plan. Let's see
What
how
do
it
you
works
think's
out.
What do you think we're going to find here, Brenna?
I think she'll be pretty close. I know she said she measured the bucket and kind of knew where she was at,
All right,
which
we got
is
the
what we have
bucket
to do
down,
on the
blade
job every day,
down.
so we don't have
Nice.
to have the grade checker jump in every 5 seconds. We like to make their life easier. A lot of what we do is trying to help the other crew around us.
Madison McCaulley gets 0 penalties on her trench.
Woo!
Nicely done.
By eye, I thought she might be a little deep in the middle there, but she just narrowly missed a penalty. Her lack of familiarity with the Thunder Creek trailer may have cost her a little bit of time there.
2.0. Yep,
Madison getting a
that's
couple
fine.
gallons of diesel in that machine. Our final Thunder Creek top off of the day.
If it keeps shutting off, I would just go.
I'm sure she's got her 2 gallons there.
Keep shutting off. Just go, take it, pull it. Got it, you're good.
There we go.
That is unfortunate. The gauge, it kept kicking her off. She got to 199,
That
but there
was
were
happening with Chris,
several
too.
times. So
Chris said
we'll
4
have
times.
to take a look at that, but
We'll take
she
a look
got
at the clock. We might give her a time
yeah,
benefit there for a glitch with the
it's probably full.
meter on the system.
There we go.
She gets
Start-
the machine started back up.
Here we go. Let's see her
Madison
fill it.
McCaulley looking to finish strong, backfilling her trench. Using that blade to get it pretty there close there. It's gonna take at least one more push. She's gonna, there we go, the power turn.
That girl, she's back to the plan.
But she's digging in. She's digging into virgin ground there a little bit, which is slowing her down just a bit. She's getting more than just her spoil pile there.
It does look pretty though.
It does look pretty. It looks smooth.
Smooth operator.
Here we go. Turn it around a little bit. Here we go.
Madison, I just need you to knock that down. And then knock these down a little bit.
Nice.
There you go. Look at that. She wanted
Atta
to do
girl.
it all in one swoop.
Sweet.
Just this over here a little bit. This over here.
Nice.
All right, I'm good. You can move on to the tires.
Nicely done. Madison has spoke this week about how she loves the clay, the red dirt, and see if she'll take any of it home with her.
She is. We
I think
may
we're
have
all
brought a
taking
little
a
drive.
little bit of the Georgia
Yeah.
red clay home with us.
That's right.
We'll be cleaning this out of camera equipment. This beautiful Triple Crown clothing we're all wearing. We'll be finding it in our washing machines for weeks.
Yes. And thank you to Triple Crown and all of our sponsoring dealers for Madison and Brenna, Jet City.
We
Diamond
appreciate you.
Equipment for our boys from Indiana, Mike and Mike.
Ahern for Tom, Gardocki. And then we also have NED, National Equipment Dealers, for Chris Guins, and then Buck and Nobby for Bryan. So thank you to all of our Hyundai dealers.
And thank you to Thunder Creek Equipment. Love having Thunder Creek Equipment out here for the first time. We've got tire 3 in her tire tower. There's a tongue twister for you. Tongue twister of the year, the tire, the third. Yeah, we're gonna stop there, ladies and gentlemen. No one wants to hear that. And we knew that the thumb and the thumb operation would get people here, and she has lost her stack. She's gonna try.
You got this, little nudge.
Madison, in the spirit of it, I need to get that whole stack of 3 up on the one below it.
That's the worst. The pressure's on, making it challenging.
I don't know if that strategy worked better than I thought it would. She got tire 2 back in place.
There we go.
She's gonna get tire 3 back in place.
There we go, gentle fingers.
And then she's gonna top off that birthday cake with tire 4.
Oh, such a bummer.
Bounces off the top. The bucket and the thumb can be tricky. It's been hot, it's late in the day. Madison McCaulley finishes her run.
Woo!
And when you get jittery, the little machines get jittery.
Let's go talk to Madison. Madison, you did a wonderful job. The tower of the tires.
The tower of falling tires.
That looks hard.
It's a little tricky. I mean, they made it look pretty easy, but yeah, there's no give. You can't really feel them. And then, you know, if you let go too fast, they spring into place and, yep.
You did a good job. All right.
Thank you.
The run, your trench was great. 0 penalties on the trench. That's wonderful.
Sweet.
And then
I'm so impressed.
your backfill was great too. So
Thank you.
what was your favorite part?
Just I guess paying attention to all these guys and learning little things here and there, you know, what maneuver works best, and with my skill set anyways, you know, how to get around and then not trying to hit the truck or anything, because, you know, that would be terrible. So
That'd be an expensive
but yeah,
truck.
no, it's really interesting watching everybody, because everybody's got such a diverse skill set, so there's so much to learn from here, watching all these guys that are like dirt gurus, you know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I love it. This is great.
Oh, well, you did a great job. Thank you so much for being here with us. It has been a joy to have you. We were singing earlier today, right?
Oh, yeah.
We were having a wonderful time. So we'll take it back to Bill to close us out here. Thank you all. Madison, we'll have to get back to singing later.
Yes.
Good
thank
job.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been a sports nerd all my life. Competition is amazing, and I think what we have witnessed here at the National Equipment League this week, what you don't see and you don't feel through the power of YouTube, is that we've experienced more than 8 or 9 inches of rain here this week. Heat index is over 100 degrees, and I would be remiss if I didn't give a thank you to the team here at Hyundai for putting together such a great event and supporting us. People like David Steger, David Spooner, the legend, he'd not pay me if I didn't say that, Joe Hodges, Julio Vargas, and Eric Bay, and of course Susan Philpott, Matt Ganser, and the whole team here at Hyundai Construction Equipment have been fantastic. The National Equipment League does not happen without them. So I went into the air conditioning because my brain only does math in cool environments. And we had a lot of cool different things play out here in event 4. Now, as we talked about, the conclusion was a bit of a foregone conclusion. Tom Gardocki ran away and walked away with the championship this season, but not without some interesting things taking place in between. Mike Simon has taken over first place in the all-time series lead of points, and him and Chris Guins put on a competition going head-to-head as only the two of them can. And just when we thought Tom Gardocki was almost going to take this thing from soup to nuts. Chris Guins came in and put together a run in Event 4 that I don't think anyone thought was possible. Mike Simon put in a very strong run. And for the first event this week, Tom Gardocki finished 3rd. But that's as exciting as the drama gets here in Event 4. I am going to take my heat-exhausted rear off the ground here, and we're going to go back by all the interesting people here now, the people of the National Equipment League. And I am going to congratulate here our tie for second. We put Mike on the slightly higher pedestal because he is, for the final time, the defending National Equipment League champion, Mike Simon. Tied with Mike for second place, Chris Guins. And I'm going to hand the microphone over to Mike Ross, Vice President of Hyundai Construction Equipment in North America, to present our new National Equipment League champion.
All right. Thanks, Bill. What a great event. We had a super time here. It's hot as hell. It's Georgia, but you know, that's what we do. On behalf of Hyundai, I want to say thank you to all of our participants for being here. This has been a great event, and we love hosting it. So thank you for being such a great and patient group of people and enduring the heat a little bit and running the heck out of our equipment. We really appreciate it. So Tom, I want to present this to you. National Equipment League belt. Thank you very much, and congratulations for being our Season 3 champion. Awesome.
Tom Gardocki, ladies and gentlemen. Tom, why don't you hop down here with me real quick?
Perfect.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
It's cooler down there. That's a joke they're making at your expense for being higher and up above everybody else. So you've done it now, Tom. Don't say that you're giving them fuel for next season.
It's all right.
You've done it once now. You know, we had talked, I've known you for a few years. You've done this once now. What was the experience like for you? How did you like Season 3 here?
It was a ton of fun. The challenges were really good. They were challenging, and everybody else that was here was really good.
Now you have a responsibility with that belt. You have to come back and defend it.
You can probably do that.
I appreciate that. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you again to everybody. This is Season 3 of the National Equipment League. We will see you in Season 4.